So in class today, we talked about addition strategies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the strategies we talked about in class, just so you have an idea of how we're adding in math today or this year. Strategy number one is called breaking the number apart into its place values. So if we have a question like 457 plus 94, we're going to break it apart into its place values. If we take a look, this question has 400 is the largest place value, the 4 in the hundreds. The 94, there are no hundreds, so when we break this apart into its place values, we have 400 plus 0 equals 400. Then we start to look at the tens. Okay, we have 50 plus 90, that equals 140. Then we have our ones, 7 plus 4 equals 11. Once we have our answers here, 400 plus 140 plus 11, it's a bit easier to add these numbers together to get 551. That's strategy number one, breaking apart into place values. Strategy number two is called compensation. With compensation, we take that same question. We could take any question, but I'm just using the same one for an example. 457 plus 94, and what we want to do is we want to try to make a friendly number that's going to be easy to add. So I look at 94, and I say 94 is pretty close to 100, so if I simply added 6 to that, that would give me 100. And so what compensation says, well, if I've added 6 to this side, I need to compensate. I need to take the same amount away from here. So I'm going to take 6 away from this side. When I do that, I now have 451. And all I have to do is add those two together. 451 plus 100 gives me 551. That's the compensation strategy. The third strategy that we looked at today is called landmark or friendly numbers. It's kind of like compensation, but just a little different. So if we take that same question, 457 plus 94, what I want to do is I want to try to find landmark or friendly numbers. Those are numbers that end in 0. So in this case, 94, if I could get that close to 100, that would be awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 6 to that, which will give me 100. But now 457, I'd have to add quite a bit to get to 500, but I can get this to be close to 0. Right here and make it 460 just by adding 3. And when I do this, I get 460. All I need to do is add these two numbers together now. It's 460 plus 100, which equals 560. But I'm not done. When I'm doing landmark or friendly numbers, I need to keep in mind, what did I do to get this nice friendly question? Right now, if I look, I added 9 in total. 3 plus 6 is 9. So I add those together, so I have to subtract the same amount. So now I have 560 take away 9 equals 551. And that's how we do landmark or friendly numbers. Those are the three strategies that we used in math today.